Hello children, hope you all are doing good at home. In today's session, we are going to start with the new lesson in physics. So, before we start, let us go through few situations which we face in everyday life. Let us go through some situation which we come across daily in daily life. A vehicle slows down applying the brake. So let us find answers to these situations, children. All of us would have come across such situations. When you are driving a vehicle, as soon as you apply the brake, the vehicle will come to rest or its speed will slow down and it comes to rest. Why do you think the vehicle comes to rest on applying the brake? Is the question. Even this similar example, one more what we can give is, you all will ride the bicycle. When you're riding the bicycle, you pedal for some time. When you feel tired or when you see the slope, what you do is you stop pedaling. But still the bicycle continues to move. How long will it move? After some time, of course, the bicycle will come to the state of rest. You all have experienced this situations. Why do you think it is happening? Now, the second situation is an object slows down which is moving on another surface without any external force. So, in the chapter force and pressure, we understood what is this force, what are external force, what happens to a body when external force is acting on it, all that we have discussed, children. Now, the situation is an object which is moving comes to rest without application of any force. We have studied an external force will change the shape of the object, will change the speed, it may bring the object which is moving to rest, or it may move the object which was in the state of rest. All this takes place on application of external force. But in this situation, children, the object which is moving with some speed automatically comes to rest without application of external force. What do you think is happening here? In the next situation, it is difficult to walk on a smooth and wet floor. Yes, no, it is very difficult. If you have this very slippery floor or a wet floor, we walk very consciously. We become very conscious while walking on that road. We do not walk fast on such floors. Why do you think, children? Why do we do so? In the next situation, why do you fall when you stepped on a banana leaf? Yes, no, if you by mistake, for fun also few people do, but don't do it, is harmful. You may hurt your head when you fall or your leg when you fall, children. So when a banana leaf is dropped on the road by mistake, if you step on the banana leaf, what will happen? What will happen to you? Of course, you will slide and you will fall down. Why is it happening? So, all these situations, what we discussed or studied now, children, in all the things, these situations are taking place due to friction. It is due to friction. Word friction is not something new to you. You have been introduced in the lower class itself. So, these are the few situations which are occurring due to some force. What force is that? Means it is due to this frictional force. So in this lesson, children, we shall be discussing or learning more about this frictional force. What it is, what are the factors, on what factors does this frictional force depend, how to increase the friction, how to decrease the friction, all that we will be discussing in this lesson. So for all the situation what we discussed here, so vehicle slows down on applying the, so now we shall again study each situation and relate how is it the frictional force acting here, children. In the first case, a vehicle slows down on applying the brake. So when you apply the brake, what happens? The wheel which is rotating will slow down its speed and finally come to rest. So when the tire is stopping, when stopping to move, children, the frictional force is present between the tire and the road. The frictional force is present between the tire and the road, which is bringing the vehicle to the rest on application of the brakes. In the second situation, object slows down which is moving on another surface without any external force. For this, you will consider a toy car. So when you just move the toy car sitting in one place, you will just move the toy car. What will happen? It will start moving with some speed depending on the how much amount of force you have applied on the car. So the car will start to move. How long will the car travel? For 1 day, for 2 days? No. Hardly in a minute it will come to rest after moving certain distance. Nobody is stopping the car there. But still it will come to rest on its own. Why do you think? Is it coming to rest? Means again there is frictional force which is present between the surface and the tire of the toy car, children. So again the frictional force is coming into role here. It is difficult to walk on a smooth and wet floor. Why? So I said you if the surface is too smooth or slippery, you may feel difficult to walk, means scared to walk. We walk very consciously. Every step we keep, we are very conscious. Why we may fall down? Why do you fall down? Now I am able to stand on the floor. I am standing on the floor. I am able to stand. I am not slipping and falling down. Why do you think? Because there is frictional force which is present between my feet and the floor, children, surface of the floor. Similarly, what difference it makes on the slippery floor means the surface is too smooth. It's not for a slippery floor, yeah, if the oil is spilled or if the soap water is spilled, children, or what just water is there also, it is too slippery. If at all you by mistake, if you keep a leg on such floors, you slide and fall down. Why? Because though the frictional force is there, children, the surface will be very smooth in case of the slippery floors. That is the reason you fall down. Why do you fall when slipped on a banana leaf? Here also, maybe on the tar road. Tar road is not a smooth surface, but still I will drop the banana leaf there. If at all we keep our leg by mistake, we tend to fall. Why? It is because the banana leaf, it is very smooth texture, yes, no, it is a slippery kind inside. So when it rubs with the road or any surface where it has fallen down, children, you tend to fall down. So in all these cases, the frictional force is the main reason for these situations to take place, children. So today we shall be studying more about this frictional force and various things about it. This is chapter 8 in page number 96 in your textbook, children. So, friction. You might have seen a driver of a car or a truck slowing down the vehicle at a traffic signal. You too slow down your bicycle when needed by applying brakes. Have you ever thought why a vehicle slows down when brakes are applied? Not only vehicles, any object moving over the surface of another object slows down when no external force is applied on it. We studied in case of a toy car. When no external force is present also due to the frictional force, the toy car or the objects immediately come to the state of rest. Have you seen a moving ball on the ground stopping after some time? Yes, it is similar to the situation where we considered the example of a toy car. Why do we slip when we step on a banana peel? Why is it difficult to walk on a smooth and wet floor? You will find the answers to such questions in this chapter. Now we already find the answer to such questions. The reason is it is due to the frictional force. Next, you have very interesting activities in this lesson, children. So let us go through the first activity, that is activity 8.1.